All right, how we doing, y'all? Okay, so um, let me just gonna do a breakdown of the video. Okay, I'm gonna speak about it, so I'm not gonna have the full abreast detail. All right, but in the end of the day, no matter what you think about this video, it always boils down to the same old thing. Okay. Today is 27 December. I got about noontime out here out west. Hope you guys had having a productive day today. So this happened up in Yonkers, New York. Okay, uh, they call this young man K Flock. All right, barely 18. I think his government name is Kevin Perez. All right. Um, and actually, he is a very talented brother, though. All right, he's got a lot of followers. Well, he's got a lot of views. All right, just to have a few videos, because I did pulled up some of his videos and look, this guy got 8 million views, 12 million views, 3 million. Okay. Um, a talented guy, although I'm not big on this, what they call this trill music. But anyway, back to Mr. Perez, as you know, is K-Flock. This guy was arrested on murder charges, okay, to a young man. I didn't get his name, but the way that this murder went down was the guy that he had murdered, I guess, we had a job at Uber Eats, and he was deemed as a hard-working man, okay? But when, I guess they call these ops, that's basically his crew. That's what we called it, all right? Crew or posse, that's in my day, all right? This one I said his is Perez's posse. Again, they call it ops. They knew this. All right, they knew that he was a hardworking man or whatever. So this tells me that he knew this guy. All right, because I guess it was made out as if Mr. Perez didn't know this guy. All right, but he did. And according to articles that I've saw, that there was some type of disagreement. This happened at a barbershop up in Yonkers. Some type of disagreement was, I guess, had been discussed. I guess, whatever discussion it was in the barbershop. There were some cameras outside, all right? And between the cameras and the witnesses, that the two were seen talking outside, all right? It may have been like a discussion, like, I guess, if they were upset. The young man that walked away, all right, from K-Flock, and K-Flock had pulled a gun out and shot him in the back, okay? Now, when the victim was found, all right, he didn't have, like, any guns on him, all right, and the whatever witnesses in the barbershop said that he didn't have a gun on him, okay? So, shoot somebody in the back, all right, that's a very serious offense. According to K-Flock's family, they tried to say that it was self-defense, but I guess the evidence from those cameras proved otherwise. And they're going to have cameras on every block in New York, all right? Police everywhere, cameras everywhere, okay? And I got to tell you, the footage does not lie. And as a result, K-Flock has been arrested for murder, and it's not looking good on his behalf, all right? I think his career is ruined. All right, they said it's satanic career, and he's facing the possibility of life in prison. All right, it's probably going to be the mercy of that judge, but that career is over. Now this is a man. I'm not going to sit up here and try to condone this type of trill music. All right, but at least the man had a chance probably to make a living. All right, doing this thing or whatever. Okay, which a lot of people don't get a chance to do. I'm sorry, chance to do something that they love to do. And now, instead of his worry about him making his money, then he ended up getting into an incident, probably over something that don't even make any sense. And he's got the potential now of spending the rest of his life in prison. You know, I'm probably to a point that where, you know, we pretty much scriptured out. We're on the last leg of that. And I just think that us being black and living, this is a young black man living in America, is really about survival. I think as long as you can you can monetize or optimize your talents or whatever and gifts where you can make a decent living, you know, you probably can give praise, or probably you could probably, you know, do that later once you realize, I think, you know, that really the Most High, you know, pretty much showed grace and mercy. All right, but at least he could have done that. All right, maybe he had a chance, and he was blowing up. I understand that, you know, he had a lot of followers. He was gaining followers. All the ladies liked him, so he probably could have done a little bit of modeling. Just threw his whole life away. All right, the guy had it all. You know, and the same thing happened back then, you know, when I was coming up, but they called that music Discordian music. Okay, but these young people, you know, and even the same with murders and all that, okay, even crime was probably worse, probably 25, 30 years ago. But these guys are taking crime like that. They're just, I don't know, showing up and doing stuff like this a little too convenient. They are not, I don't know. It seems like they're just taking murder very, very leisurely. All right, they're taking it very, very lightly. You know, I know I've said some things or whatever, okay, on this channel that to a couple of people that I had problems with. Okay, a lot of times I look back in my life, you know, I kind of wanted to be the same way or whatever, like coming up like a lot of these rappers. I wanted to play ball, okay, and when I was a young man, you know, I just aspired pretty much to have whatever car I wanted, you know, nice car, you know, a little crib, be able to give money to my mother, and probably have whatever lady I like. And now I look back, you know, 30 years later, you know, that I'm not trying to brag, but I do okay. But for the most part, that I'm live and breathing, and maybe, you know, the fact that I had a praying mother, and, you know, I do have faith in the Most High, and His love in me, His love for me, is really all that I really got. You know, so that's on top of, you know, I do okay. So when people say that it's all about me and I'm a money lover and all this other stuff, okay, so I end up getting mine in levels. You know, so people are taking this murder stuff just too leisurely, you know, and it's over nothing, over the same old shit. Don't, you know what, doesn't even matter. You know, it's over three things: money, drugs, or probably a woman. And I think before I leave here, as we come into 2022, I'll be willing to bet probably it's going to be directly over a woman why guys are getting killed. That's going to surpass money and drugs. A lot right now is happening indirectly, but it's starting to happen more so directly. Rest in peace to the guy. There was a lot of praise on the internet. You know, there's really no praise in this incident here about this man being arrested, and how they was able to find this guy was, the police put a article on Facebook, and they end up catching the guy. All right, so it won't be long before you get caught. All right, for it to have a lot of praise, then there must have been a lot of people that did not like him, and it's alleged that the guy that he killed was in some type of group, in some type of Dominican group up in northern New York or in Harlem, around that area. But again, rest in peace or whatever to the guy. And this is another guy that threw his life away. All right, this is this K-Flock dude. You know, so that's not on the powers that be. That's an accountability thing within the black community. All right, let me know what you think about this video here. Subscribe, like, share. Excuse me. Cash App $ Winston Spivey or SPIVEW1 at unlv.nevada.edu for PayPal.